Despite primary mission objectives having to be abandoned, the crew of the Dres mission must now find their way back to Kerbin. The road will be dangerous, and will they be able to make it home? Probably already tell by the length of this video that something in this mission either goes really right or really wrong. Any long-time subscribers of mine will probably know what happens, but it may not be exactly as you are expecting. Welcome back, guys, to this mission to Dres. Now, to recap just a little bit just before we continue with this, because at the moment we're just trying to plot our maneuver to get back to Kerbin, because I did say in the last episode we would have to wait like an orbit or so for Kerbin to actually catch up with us, and that's exactly what we're doing now. To recap you guys really quickly, if you haven't seen the first episode, basically what happened was we tried to do a flyby of Dres, but we ran out of fuel, so we sent a resupply probe and the first part of the mission, and we got that, and we got the craft refueled very nicely, I have to admit. Rendezvoused in deep space, carried on to our Dres flyby, but unfortunately we didn't have enough Delta V to actually slow down into Dres orbit, because we only had 2 nuclear engines and we just simply didn't have enough time. Our orbital speed was simply too fast, so we turned it into a Dres flyby mission. We ditched the lander that we had, and so we're now left with this spacecraft, which you can see here is burning down at 4 times normal speed plus 4 times physics speed to actually get our maneuver back down to Kerbin now. You can see our 3 Kerbinauts, who once again I forget the name of, looking with terror in the background, because they genuinely do not know whether they're going to be able to make it home or not. Thankfully I have given this a little bit more thought now since the last episode, which means I can sort of gauge where the orbits are going to be and sort of play around with maneuver nodes until I can get somewhat of a decent intersect like you can see here, and one that I can now fix the inclination of and hopefully get a pretty close encounter with Kerbin, and that's what you can see me planning here. This mission went kind of well, actually, which was kind of a surprise, because my missions, as all of you know, never go well. There's always something that goes wrong in a sense, and I guess that this did sort of go wrong in a sense, in the whole point that we missed the planet we were trying to land on by about 40 kilometers or so. But at least we're going to get the Kerbinauts home safe this time, which is far as can be said for my older missions. My mission to Minmus, you guys will probably remember that. But you can see here I'm trying to get a periaps as low as possible in Kerbin's atmosphere. I think we settled for something around 26 kilometers was the magic number we ended up settling for. You can see we brought our periaps down to round about where Kerbin is. We're going to drop inside the orbit of Kerbin so we can actually let it catch up with us for a while. And like I say, this mission kind of went okay. And the only reason I actually made this into a separate video was firstly because like a 23-minute long Dres mission. Are you serious? I don't think some people would really want to see that, so I decided to put this extra shorter video on the end. You can see me here trying to just trim the Kerbin encounter just to make sure we get that beautiful atmospheric encounter. Yeah, firstly, I didn't make it because obviously people don't really want to watch a massive like 23-minute long video, and also because, well, this is kind of concludes my KSP mission series for the inner Kerbal system. I know we haven't gone to Moho, we haven't gone to Eve technically, even though I did run 2 missions there, both of which were unsuccessful. But you can see Kerbin here flying back. But like I say, the next KSP mission, when I do eventually decide to do it, will be to the Julian system. So I hope you guys will enjoy that when that eventually happens. But you can see here we're coming down over Kerbin now. The skies, I was getting a bit concerned about re-entry at this point, because we're coming down at quite a velocity and at quite an angle. I wasn't overly sure that we were going to survive this, but you will see what happens. Also, you can see that the ablator from our heat shield is also partially gone. That's because of overheating caused, and you can see the explosions caused by the heating for the other things. So it's a good job that we have this heat shield. Yeah, the ablator is sort of half ablated away because, well, The heating caused by burning nuclear engines in the last episode to actually get us on a course to Dres kind of screwed everything over, with the heat system being as buggy as it is at the moment, which is being fixed in 1.0.5 by the way. With it currently being as buggy as it is, we lost a bit of a blater, but it turned out not to be an issue. You can see here we're coming down, we're bleeding off speed nice and easily. You can see we deorbited when I went on the map a couple of seconds there. But like I say, I think it's kind of sad that we're leaving the inner Kerbal system alone for now. Like I say, for now, we probably will come back and do Eve and Moho at one point. But unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be for a while. I do want to tackle the outer planets first, so Jool and its moons, and Elu, and I hope you guys will understand that, because Eve's impossible to land on, as is Moho from what I have seen in tutorials and stuff like that, so they're going to be a while before I do that sort of stuff. But I hope you guys will enjoy the Jool things when I actually remember to do them, because I am busy at the moment. But you can see we come down under the parachute, we come down into a lovely woodland area, which is kind of a fitting way to end this mission. My name is Bradders, guys. I hope you enjoyed this mission, and I guess I will see you in the next episode. As this is Bradders signing off, and as always, I guess I will see you in the next episode, and as always, stay classy.